A quick look at the headlines. Meghalaya partners with Union Tribal Affairs Minister Jewel Oram reviews tribal welfare schemes in Pura. Deputy Chief Minister Preston Thinsong defends police and CRPF deployment at Nehu. And KSU questions arrest of NEHU president, alleges conspiracy. The news in detail. The government of Meghalaya has signed an MOU with the Digital India Bhashini Division, Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology at the State Convention Centre to integrate Khasi and Garo languages into the Bhashini AI platform. Chief Minister Conrad K. Sangma and Arts and Culture Minister Paul Lyngdoh led the signing event, joined by the Khasi and Achik Literature Societies. Khasi has already been added, while Garo is in development. A state language mission headed by Chief Secretary D.P. Uwalang will guide the rollout, ensuring cultural and dialectical accuracy in AI tools. The initiative also supports making Khasi and Garo mandatory in schools and promotes rural innovation through Bhashini's voice-to-text, text-to-speech and translation features.
And the government of Meghalaya for going ahead and ensuring that we're able to translate the different languages, be it from Khasi to Garo, from Garo to Khasi, and even to other languages like English and Hindi, as well as other languages at the national level.
Union Minister of Tribal Affairs Jewel Oram today held a review meeting in Tura, West Garo Hills, to assess tribal welfare initiatives in Meghalaya. The meeting discussed on the progress of schemes like PM Janman, AMRS, NSEP and tribal student scholarships, emphasizing the need for inclusive development. Speaking with the media, Jewel Oram said that the outcome of the meeting is expected to pave the way for more targeted and impactful initiatives in the region. He further reaffirmed the centre's commitment to empowering tribal communities through targeted interventions and collaborative governance.
प्रधानमंत्री माननीय प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी का ये स्पेशल एम्फेसिस है कि हर मंत्री नॉर्थ ईस्ट में जाएगा और यहाँ का सरकार और केंद्र का सरकार मिल के लोगों का कैसा कल्याण हो उसके लिए हम लोग काम कर रहे हैं। बहुत सारे इशूज ऑफिसर लोग मेरे को जो बताए हैं मैं उसको रिपोर्ट बना के दूंगा और मैंने भी कुछ सजेशन इनको दिया है कि हाउ टू अचीव बेटर माने स्ट्राइकिंग रेट हम लोग का अच्छा होगा, बेटर काम हो सकता है, उसके लिए कुछ सुझाव मैंने दिया है।
Deputy Chief Minister Preston Thinsong has defended the deployment of police and CRPF personnel at Northeastern Hill University, citing safety concerns and thorough assessment. Speaking to reporters today, Thinsong said that the deployment was made after a careful assessment of the situation and a thorough deliberation. He stated that prior consultation with the acting Vice-Chancellor was not deemed necessary. Regarding the arrest of NEHU President Sandy Sotun, Thinsong clarified it was based on an FIR, urging students to respect the legal process as the matter is now with the court.
We already even sent a message very clearly. See, we pick up the president on the basis of the FIR. So allow the investigation to continue. And once that is done, because ultimately we are free to go to the court, and the court will ultimately take the final consideration whether to grant bail or not to grant bail. That is the thing. So I would request the students community to kindly allow the investigation to complete, and at the same time you see anybody, we can't just take the law in our own hands.
The Khasi Students' Union has raised suspicions of a conspiracy behind the arrest and allegations against NEHUSU President Sandy Sotun. KSU General Secretary Donald V. Thaba questioned the FIR filed by Assistant Professor Dr. Alok Singh, who alleged Sotun and 5 others assaulted him. Thaba also raised concerns over the rise of divisive religious politics within central institutions in Meghalaya, particularly at NEHU, urging transparency and fairness in the investigation.
dalam berhenti dan berhenti bertak ini. Jadi kalau itu kebanyakan ini nak buat tiap waktu penjuru yang kita buat nak kampus yang sama kuliah penjuru yang dilihat itu asal profesor dan sekarang ini pendalam untuk sisa ini.
The Khasi Students' Union has expressed dissatisfaction with the state government for failing to implement stricter regulations under the amended Meghalaya Identification and Regulation of Migrant Worker Act 2020. Following a meeting with the Joint Labour Commissioner, KSU General Secretary Donald V. Thaba stated that many migrant workers still carry documents issued under the original weaker provisions. He urged the government to incorporate some of the provisions of the Interstate Migrant Workmen Act 1979. Thaba affirmed that KSU will continue independent checks on migrant workers until the amended law is properly enforced.
Members kejungi na pabaki isu mulai circle penjuru kaki isu long-term circle abaki lit hendra ya kini ki migrant laborers haki senong dijongki ki labba borok kini ki migrant laborers kita sei bet kaju dokumen kaba dei nadu arhajar arthong bat kembangan ni pertama yang bangi persajur ya kini ka MIRCC arhajar arthong nomor bakalong kebetulan pada mengilik ram taru ni labba kidang penengkam hida kaju pada labor department pada isu hida kiju di kot Islam ke isu keempat penterikam ni kita tak amendment. Nah kalian di terikam juga ki isu di units ke circles ke beper kalian ngabri program kinangnya pentelong long ki jiknrai ki migrant laborers.
President of India, Draupadi Murmu, yesterday presented the Padma Shri to Professor David R. Siamle from Meghalaya for his contributions to literature and education at the civil investiture ceremony, the first, held at Rashtrapati Bhavan. A renowned historian and former UPSC chairman, Professor Siamle has authored several works on Northeast India's history and culture and held key academic positions at Nehru and Rajiv Gandhi University. He is credited with significant research on Utirot Singh, a revered Khasi freedom fighter. Talking to the media, Dr. Siamle expressed his gratitude to the Government of India and urges the young generation to work hard and to be honest and true to their own self.
Immense thank you to the Government of India for nominating me for the Padma Shri, which I will treasure in my life, and I will strive to work harder in the years to come. Strive hard, work hard, be honest and be true to yourself.
The Kilam Sangran village, through its Forest and Environment Committee, yesterday installed handmade bird houses in the Adong forest to support bird species struggling with habitat loss. Led by headman B.S. Siamle and Secretary N.D. Khardeusa, the initiative encourages the return of mynas and other native birds. The committee has enforced a strict ban on hunting birds, wild animals and collecting eggs or chicks, warning of penalties under traditional village laws to protect and sustain local wildlife.
Ngila mana persya, ngila don ka an gejongi, bangin omsya ban siat ya kisim giba, don hapok jong nika, jaka gejongi hang ni halau adong gejongi. Nadu kan nika terik, ladang ngilap ya uno lanika kanu ubelek persya, ban siat ban peniat bagi jeri siat sim jongi laniki wei ki cacing riam. Long bangin hap penterikam kat kum ki kendon.
The Meghalaya State Legal Services Authority yesterday conducted a training program titled Increasing Access to Justice Through Community Mediation for Nokmas at Tikri Killa, West Garo Hills. Led by Timsu Sangma, the session focused on empowering Nokmas with mediation skills to resolve local disputes peacefully. The initiative, under the Disha scheme funded by the Department of Justice, Government of India, aims to enhance access to justice through community-based conflict resolution. India has strongly condemned the Pahalgam terror attack at the United Nations and highlighted a Pakistani minister's recent confession regarding Pakistan's role in supporting and funding terrorist groups. In her statement, India's Deputy Permanent Representative at the UN, Yojana Patel, criticized Pakistan Defence Minister Khwaja Asif's televised admission, calling it a clear expose of Pakistan's history of fueling global terrorism. Patel also condemned Pakistan for using the UN Forum for propaganda against India. India expressed gratitude for the global support received after the Pahalgam attack.
The UN Security Council in its statement has said, perpetrators, organizers, financiers, and sponsors of reprehensible acts of terrorism must be held accountable and brought to justice. Acts of terrorism are criminal and unjustifiable, regardless of their motivation, wherever, whenever, and by whomever committed. We reiterate that terrorism in all its forms must be condemned unequivocally.
In response to a recent rabies-related death, the Health Department of Ribhoi District, in collaboration with the Animal Husbandry and Veterinary Department, conducted an awareness program in Killing Village to educate residents about the dangers of rabies. The outreach saw active participation from local leaders and residents. Dr. A.J. Simle and Dr. Aiban Phankon highlighted the importance of immediate medical care after animal bites and urged pet owners to vaccinate their animals to prevent future outbreaks. The weather report. In Tura, the minimum temperature stands at 22 degrees Celsius with the maximum temperature at 28 degrees Celsius. The relative humidity is 80%. Moving on to Shillong, the minimum temperature stands at 13.6 degrees Celsius, the maximum temperature at 18.2 degrees Celsius. The relative humidity is 85%. Lastly, in Jowai, the minimum temperature recorded was 14 degrees Celsius and the maximum temperature 21 degrees Celsius. The relative humidity is 83%. And the forecasts in Tura, Shillong and Jowai say that moderate rain is likely to occur at many places. Before we conclude, a quick look at the headlines once again. Meghalaya partners with Bhashini to digitally empower Khasi and Garo languages. Union Tribal Affairs Minister Jewel Oram reviews the tribal welfare schemes in Tura. Deputy Chief Minister pressed on Tinsong Defence Police and CRPF deployment at Mehu. And KSU questions arrest of Nehusu President, alleges conspiracy. Dear viewers, with that we come to the end of the news bulletin. Do join us tomorrow at the same time, same channel. Until then, good night.